We are 3 weeks away from me pulling a truck for 31 miles straight. And when you realize the severity of effort required to pull something for 31 miles straight, to run for 31 miles straight, to walk for 31 miles straight, it finally started to set in. Like, I've been looking at this for 8 months, 9 months, and like, dang, well, I have all this time, all this preparation, and now it's finally here. This is kind of the final week of training before we go out. And it's on 3 weeks out. Idea today is still continue with the box squat cycle. We might actually go to a safety bar squat, move that weight a little bit different loaded, the quads a little bit more. We're gonna do our calf raises as we typically do. Then we're gonna keep that CrossFit style training in. Probably a 30-minute, as many rounds as possible. 6 bar muscle ups, just to throw some fun stuff in there. Nothing to do with truck pull. And then we're gonna go yoke carry, and then bear hug carry. The hardest part about this training has been 3 days after whatever hard training it was, and then the quads are just blown up. Like Friday, we had a lot of quad volume. We opted, we did Karen and for the CrossFit class, plus our normal squats and sled pulls, and now, like for the past 2 days, I just haven't been able to walk. And even today, I'm like, quads are tender to the touch. And so it's like, oh great, we got back squats once again. But that deload is gonna be amazing. And that's exactly where we wanna be at right now. Like 3 weeks out, your body should be feeling pretty fucking beat up going in before a big event. And then you allow those 2 weeks to rebuild and grow from all that training, that beating, and it's just, that's how to peak. In 3 weeks, we're not gonna make change. All we can do is kind of screw things up. The strength training is just finishing off the cycle, testing what we've built, and it just comes down to the rest and the recovery. And I think that's what so many people do wrong going into a comp, going into an event. It's thinking more. Once you're this close to something 3 weeks away, it's like cardio gains can be there, but strength isn't gonna be there. Skill gains can be there. Prehab, mobility, stretching, recovery is all there. But going in here and just hammering ourselves as hard as we can isn't gonna do anything. So maintaining, keep intensity high of what we're going at is there. And just letting the quads know, like, y'all are gonna be screaming for 16 hours straight. 23 days. So why are we doing barbell, safety bar, weighted calf raises? Big reason is the loads that are going to be placed on the Achilles is a 4,000 pound truck. This is just making it heavier. The other thing is, I'm not pulling the truck with my hands. I'm pulling it from straps connected to my shoulders. So the weight of the displacement is gonna be similar by using a barbell than to the straps that I'm using on the truck pull. So that's the reason. I don't know, I think the hardest part about this whole thing, I don't necessarily think it's gonna be the calves. Like, we know those are gonna cramp. We know I'm gonna get a Charlie horse, and that's really gonna suck. But I think the strain on the lower back, and not to mention the strain on the central nervous system, is gonna be through the roof. Like the truck pull, or the rope climb, the farmer's carry, the tire flip, every time I set that stuff down, my body got a break from moving and loading weight. This, there's no break of 16 hours. I have 4,000 pounds strapped to me for that long. Like even just rucking 31 miles isn't gonna feel good. And the more I talk about this, the more I psych myself out, but we've trained for it, we're ready, and we know we're gonna go do it. We have every motivation in the world to go do it. The amount of people that are saying it's not possible, the amount of people that are saying, why 31 miles, why not do 26? And it's like, dude, at that point, it's 5 miles. That's not that much of difference. And having the right reason why, I've talked about it so much, is gonna push us over that edge. It's gonna allow our body to go out and do incredible things. And that's what I'm most looking forward to, is seeing how far this human body can be pushed. That doesn't have on paper the biggest reasoning behind it to relate it to a truck pull. But the reality is the CNS effect of carrying a 365 pound yoke, a 200 pound sandbag and a bear hug carry. The CNS effect to that is exactly what is gonna happen during that truck pull. And that's what's interesting, is I'm using CrossFit's idea and methodology of varied but not random to do this training, and it's working. We've climbed a rope the height of Everest, flipped a tire for 24 hours, did a 72-mile farmer's carry. Training's varied, but it's not random. On to tomorrow. For today's training, we have the sled cranked on max. Only done this a few times. It's not super realistic. It's pretty equivalent to pulling the truck from a full dead stop, but we're moving at a snail's pace. Going. So my split right now is a 45-minute mile pace, so way under what we're actually going to be doing, but it is training to get all these dead stops going. So 2 hours. It's finally a semi-nice day out in Arizona. It's like 78 degrees finally. We're finally cooling down, which is a good sign for this truck pull, but we're going to keep cranking away. That's the biggest question, It's something that isn't typical. This is a normal format. It's not like this has been done a lot / ever. So do we know if this training is gonna work? We don't. We're trying to simulate it the best we can. We have the wheeled sled. We have it set on a magnetic resistance sledding so that it drags a lot heavier. We have a weight on it, but the reality is we don't know if it's gonna work. I can't go out and train and pull my truck every single day. I'm in a neighborhood with a lot of cars, and so I can't just block the road. But that's what's interesting about this. That's what's fun about this one. So we are 21 days out, which means we have 2 weeks left of training. We'll probably have 7 or 8 final sled portions, getting lighter and lighter as we go on. The straps feel good. The setup feels good. It is gonna be a really drive of attrition, and a war, I should say. It's a war of attrition that's gonna go down on November 5th of not quitting, not letting the body beat up, not letting the mind break.